Girbeagly!
Hey there guys and gals, it's Girbeagly with another episode of Gaming with Girbeagly, and I'm once again playing another random one-shot from over on Itch.io. This is a game called Strangers in the House, and the dev says that they made this for a student project, like a student final or something like that, but this game caught my eye due to the fact that it's about a syndrome that I learned a lot about when I was doing psychology in college called Capgras syndrome, which is a very rare condition, but it's one that is insanely weird. It's one that basically causes a person to see people that they're familiar with as strangers. They think that the people in their lives have been replaced by imposters somehow. And normally it happens after some crazy sort of like accident, some sort of physical trauma to the brain, and it develops into a psychological condition after that. There's not a lot known about it. There's not a lot of treatments known about it. It's just one of those crazy things. But it sounded like a cool concept, so let's go ahead, let's get started, see what this game is all about. Enter your name here. Oh, cool. I get to name myself. I'm going to go as Brian this time. I'm going to just go by my real name. Why not? I'll play as Brian. Good. I'm glad that I will. Ooh. All right, so it's like raining. It's all fading in very slowly here. What time is it? The house sounds oddly quiet. I wonder what they're doing. What's the smell? Smells like marshmallow frosting or whipped buttercream? Couldn't ask for better weather than this. Thanks, Mother Nature. Oh, hey, what's up, Mom?
Ryan, you awake?
Wish I could get back to sleep, though.
Sleeping all day is not the first step to being a productive person.
I had a long day of work yesterday.
Nonsense. You have successfully woken up early. Now get out of bed.
Fine. Mom, correct me if I'm wrong, but are you baking a bunch of desserts?
Nothing gets past your sense of smell. The fragrance of cupcakes fresh from the oven is insanely mouthwatering, don't you think? I was inspired by a variety of online recipes and decided to make my own ones. I call them birthday boy cupcakes.
Oh, is it my birthday? That'd be quite wonderful. For Pete's sake, the cringe. Aw, come on, that's kind of cute. Is Jesper still in bed? Man, he's such a lazy log.
Don't refer to your little brother to a piece of wood, Brian. He'll rest a bit more before I go wake him up. You're conscious that children need significantly more sleep than us. Please be respectful and mindful of what you say, especially in front of your brother.
Oh, geez, Mom, come on. Don't scold me too much. Isn't this the whole point of siblings? Is you tease each other, you make fun of each other and whatnot? Come on now, you're letting him sleep in and I can't? That's not very fair. Right, sorry.
Get dressed and go to the cakery with your dad.
The cakery? I like the sounds of that. I want to go to a cakery.
Oh, and here's the party supply that you guys need to buy for this afternoon.
I am noticing here, guys, just real quick, a couple typos here and there in this game. That's okay. I'm not sure if it's just like the dev was in a rush and didn't have any time to edit, or if maybe English isn't their first language. Either way, I'm going to try to fill in the blanks as best as I can and just work through them. Are we seriously throwing a birthday party for Jesper? An 8th birthday isn't even a real milestone. He's still an arrogant brat who always takes my stuff without permission. Whatever, at least I get free cake. Oh man, I'm pretty freaking bitter. I mean, jeez. There's no way to talk about your little kid brother. He doesn't know any better about anything. It's not like a bad kid, hopefully. Dad, here's Mom's supply list. Way to waste a Saturday, huh? Since when did you become such a killjoy, Brian? It'll be fun.
What makes you think a kid's birthday party will be fun?
Well, someone's under the weather today. Bad pun. Oh, dads with dad jokes, of course. Even looks like the type of dad who would make a dad joke. Nice one, Dad. Look, I know you don't have the best relationship with Jesper, but he is still a kid. And your brother. Let's eat some cake and chill, okay? That's a great idea, Dad. I like that mindset. And for those of you out there with annoying siblings, I know what that's like. I grew up with a little sister. We were at each other's throats all the time. But as you get older, you sort of like get over that kind of thing. You just got to remind yourself they're still a kid, that type of thing. And if you're a younger sibling, if your older sibling's being a jerk, you can remind yourself that they should know better. There. We never got to chill. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's ominous. Oh, Jesus. That car accident ruined my dad's lower half. He's stuck in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. Holy shit, this took a dark turn. What the hell? I was injured, but still came out in one piece. I was so happy and relieved that I could return home. I missed home. I missed my parents. I even missed Jesper as much as I hated to admit. Wait, you missed your parents? Did they not come to see you very often when you're in the hospital? That's not good. Yet the moment I stepped into the kitchen, something didn't feel quite right. There was a woman in the kitchen. I was startled when she hugged me. She kept saying my name, but it sounded so robotic and emotionless. I did my best to hug back, but my mind was telling me, no, this isn't her. She looked like an exact replica of my mother. Oh man, that does have to be horrifying, even if this is some sort of syndrome, you know, where your brain has suffered some trauma and it's just a bunch of signals in your brain telling you, hey, this isn't actually your mother. You have no real emotional connection to this person. Because that's the big thing about Capgras syndrome, is that it basically blocks those emotional responses or erases those emotional responses you've built up with someone over the years. And that's horrible, because then you're basically emotionally detached, even though you see something that looks familiar. And that's like a really eerie type of thing. But yeah, hopefully we figure this out. We can, I don't know, get some sort of help maybe. This woman looks just like my mother, but she's just a stranger who pretends to be my mother. That's got to be such a terrifying thought, terrifying outlook to see in front of you. Her dead fish eyes constantly send chills down my spine. Oh God. Oh God, yeah, they changed. They say that your sixth sense kicks in when there's someone or something you shouldn't trust. Lately, I noticed there was something wrong with my dad as well. I think that he replaced my real father after he died in the car crash. I know I'm not crazy. I'm convinced that Jesper was taken too. He stopped making his usual unnecessary comments. I suspect something bigger was up. Too many shady things happening, yet none of the neighbors see it. Maybe everyone was replaced. Maybe that's the twist, is that it's playing off of Capgras syndrome and that everyone's actually been replaced. Because look at that art. That's actually like fucking creepy. That's actually very, very creepy right there. These abnormal beings give the impression of being normal, but it's all a facade. They're keeping me hostage. Their smiles are fake. They're imposters, clone strangers who are out to get me. Oh man, that must be the worst sense of paranoia. Oh, we got some creepy music here. What's going on? Oh, Jesus Christ, what the hell? Is that an eyeball with like, what the fudge? That is an eyeball growing out of like the ceiling fan with weird like tendril things? What the hell? Ah! Yeah, I feel ya. Oh, it's only a nightmare. It cannot continue like this. I have to keep something near me for protection. Yeah? Oh God, no, oh, Jesus, we have to pick something here? All right, I don't feel super comfy doing that, seeing as how we're using something potentially against our family. Is this gonna turn into some crazy horror game where we like kill a family member? Because that would be horrible. A hammer or a pocket knife? Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, either of those things are not very good, but it's a lot easier to stab or cut someone, I feel like, than like swing around a heavy hammer and be able to, like, you'd cause a lot more damage with the hammer potentially, but I think it's a little bit more unwieldy, so maybe someone would be able to intervene and stop me if I had that. I don't know if this even matters. I'm gonna go with the hammer. I just feel like it's less murdery. All right. I'll keep it in my last drawer. I'm utterly afraid of that woman. My instincts tell me that she was the most dangerous of them all. If she truly is my mother, then I shouldn't feel emotionally distant, disconnected, and empty. Yeah, and like I was explaining before, guys. See, I have sort of like an edge going into this, already knowing about Capgras syndrome. I took a lot of abnormal behavior and abnormal psychology classes when I was in college, so this is stuff that's like right up my alley. I love reading about this kind of thing. I mean, not that it's like good for anyone who experiences it, but it's fascinating stuff what the human mind can do. I caught her many times from the corner of my eyes, glaring at me. The hammer should make her stay away. Oh God, did I pick the wrong thing? Am I gonna murder my mom with a hammer? That'd be fucked.
Brian? Mom? Open the door, sweetie.
Oh, I don't like that, the way that that's written. Open the door. Oh my God, I gotta choose again. Open the door or keep the door closed. I don't really want to, like, I feel like, all right, so I'm like obviously so disturbed right now. I'm so put off by everything that's happening, and I've armed myself at this point. I feel like if I open the door, I'm gonna like kill my mom, which is like the thing I don't want to do. So maybe for her safety and my own safety, I should keep the door closed here, and hopefully it gives me dialogue options to just like speak to her through the door. That's my only thought here, guys. Like my gut instinct is like, don't open the door here, because what if it turns around and there is like a supernatural twist here, and she's a freaking monster or something and she kills me. So let's keep this door freaking closed.
You don't want to open? It's okay, Brian. It's better that we leave the room, as long as you don't see our faces. You suffer from something called Capgras delusion or Capgras syndrome. Okay, so sounds like the family knows about what's going on here. They probably saw my concerning behavior before. They asked a doctor or a psychologist or psychiatrist about it, and it was explained to them. That's good. No, that's really good. That's actually a great thing to have your family aware of whatever mental disorder is going on here, so it's not just like, oh, you're freaking nuts. You damaged a part of your brain, so your emotions don't associate with what you see. You think we're intruders who want to harm you. I would never do that.
Or is that what you're trying to make me think? Potentially fake mom.
I am your mom, Brian.
Good oh, okay, so that was the game. Awesome. All right, so my gut instinct apparently led us to the good ending. Here's Capgras delusion. This is just, I guess, a summary for those of you guys who didn't pick up on it from me explaining it. Capgras delusion is a psychiatric disorder in which a person holds a delusion that a friend, spouse, parent, or other close family member or pet has been replaced by an identical imposter. The Capgras delusion is classified as a delusional misidentification syndrome, a class of delusional beliefs that involves the misidentification of people, places, or objects. It can occur in acute, transient, or chronic forms. So there you go, guys. Oh, and that was the whole game right there. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I got to an ending. So I have a feeling that the bad ending probably had something to do with me like murdering a family member. Hopefully none of them, but maybe, I don't know. That's just sort of the way that the game was sort of moving. But what a game. That was really interesting. I think that's a really great way to sort of bring awareness to a rare psychological condition, something that people might not be able to understand. And at the same time, this person, this dev, was able to use this as a student project final and be able to make something that was a little bit eerie, a little bit creepy, something that makes us feel unfamiliar and really sort of gives us those vibes of like spookiness. I like that a lot. It was very well done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this as well. If you want to explore this, maybe find some of the bad endings or like neutral endings. Who knows how many endings are in this game? Obviously there are multiple choices. There's probably branching routes or something like that. But if you guys want to figure that stuff out, I'll leave a link down below in the description so that you can download this yourselves. If you enjoyed my video of it, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, it was great seeing ya. Bye-bye.
Girbeagly.